This section's of the various videos, now that I'm a media star, is about privacy. Now, it's your privacy and our privacy. I value that, and I take my responsibilities very, very seriously. And to that end, you send us an inquiry, we answer whatever questions you have or give you a quotation for the various products. And then approximately 7 days later, if you placed an order, we email you and say, how did everything go? Are you happy? And address any questions you have. Or alternatively, we've given you information. Do you require any further information? And that's it. You know, that's it. And what annoys me about companies who deal on the internet, which we obviously do, is that you buy something off them, and I spend an awful lot of money on the internet. You buy something off them, and they want to add you to their marketing campaign and send you stupid newsletters, and it just annoys me. And I'm a person that treats as he wishes to be treated. Once you either don't answer our 7 days, it's what I call a 7-day follow-up. Once you don't answer our 7-day follow-up, you'll never hear from us again, ever. If you come back to us and say, well, I'm still thinking about it, well, then you get a second email, kind of a follow-up email that says, we'll wait to hear from you at some point in the future. Now, there are marketeers out there who say you've got to contact people 7, 8, 9 times before they make a purchase. I think I've already half mentioned this in one of the daft videos that I'm doing, but that's not the way I do business. You know, if you want to do business with me, you'll do business with me, and I'm not going to, and my company is not going to spend time harassing you and badgering you. So that's your privacy. So what in actual fact I'm saying is, we are not adding you to a marketing campaign, and the reason for that is we haven't got one. Other than our websites, we haven't got a marketing campaign. Now, from the other side of the coin, which is equally annoying, we receive massive numbers of junk email. We have a defence towards it, which I'm not going to explain, because every spammer and telemarketeer and telesalesperson will read or maybe will look at this video and find our defence to this. But I have a zero tolerance policy to it. I don't knock on people's doors trying to sell them double glazing, not under any circumstances. And we are, at the end of the day, a double glazing company, and I've never done it. So equally, I don't expect people. We get loads of telesales calls here. Before we implemented our defence procedures, and in the old days, and I'm talking about the old days, because bear in mind we've been on the internet now since 1996, trading since 1996, I would come back after a long bank holiday, so that would be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and arrive back Monday, and there would be 3,500 emails, of which 10 of them would be pertinent and relevant inquiries. All the rest just junk mail, spam. None of us like it. It is a big subject, and I could spend the next hour talking about it, which would bore the life out of you. But it costs us money. It costs you money. Apparently people do respond to junk email. I don't. I have a zero tolerance policy. You send me junk email, I'll send you a reply that says we haven't asked for this email. The email address is a brand new email address, and we want removing from your mailing list. If you don't want to remove us from your mailing list, well then I'll harvest, or have one of our people more accurately harvest every email address on your website and I'll sell it to people. And I have got a list of spammers. I haven't sold it to anybody because, to be honest, I've no idea who would buy these things anyway, but to an extent it's kind of an empty threat, unless I start doing a little bit of homework, which quite frankly I haven't got time to. But the whole point of this is we respect your privacy, and we hope that, I'm fairly sure, you will respect ours. You send us an email, you send us your details, you will not get a telesales call, you will not get bombarded with marketing and new products that we're launching at all. Whether you're a customer or you decide not to be a customer, it annoys me, so I'm fairly sure it would annoy you, and it's not the way I do business. It's really, really simple. The other thing we get, excuse me, the other thing we get, oh, I've stopped saying M, by the way. If you notice in some of the other videos, all I could say is M, which really annoyed me. M. But the other thing we get is unsolicited telesales calls. So, you know, you're not the only ones who are being bombarded by these people, double glazing companies, kitchen companies, 6, 7 o'clock at night when you're eating your tea and perhaps trying to put the family to bed, and whatever you're doing. We get it, and it's extremely annoying because these people are arrogant. They're absolutely the most arrogant people I've ever come across in my life. Now, I might come across as arrogant, but in actual fact I'm not. I'm just confident. I've gone back to there's 3 of them in a row. These people are just out and out arrogant, and they think that, I mean, they've been wound up. I kind of understand. They've been trained and wound up, and they're trying to do a job, probably an honest job, but we're not interested. I'm virtually having to employ somebody to say thanks, but no thanks. And then what they want to do is they want to argue the point. And I have a standard way of dealing with these things. Do you want the polite reply, which is, we're not interested, you're a telesales person, presumably you're on some sort of bonus, some sort of performance bonus, move on to the next candidate who may be interested, because we're not. Now that's the reply, the polite reply. Do you want to accept the polite reply, or do you want the impolite reply? Now I can be, as I'm fairly sure you can imagine, I can be very, very impolite. You wouldn't believe how bad I can get. What I actually have, and I haven't got one here, but I have one and they're dotted around our general office, is an air horn. And rather than tell people to F off, which I would like to do, to be honest, but you know, they're just people doing jobs. If they want to engage us and think that they can impose their sales technique on this company, well, you cannot. I just give them an air horn, and I say, right, there you go. You wouldn't take the polite reply and the polite advice I've offered you. You think your powers of persuasion are so good that we're going to change our complete company ethos. Doesn't work like that. Now, all along, these are the rants and raves videos. You're going to think, oh my God, this bloody man. Well, I am a funny bugger, but you know, to reiterate on what I've said previously, I'm straight. You will get your product at the right price on the day we promise it. End of story. That's the way I do things, and I don't suffer fools gladly at all. You can probably tell that. And my staff have said to me, "Ooh, perhaps you shouldn't make these videos and publish them." And as I've said before, publish and be damned. I am who I am. I'm too long in the tooth to mess about, and I just won't mess about with anybody. But what I will do, as I won't mess about with time wasters, I won't mess about with genuine customers. And I'm going to do another video in a second, because the batteries will be running out shortly, about nice people. I've done a video about time wasters. I'm going to do a little bit of a video about nice people. And the unfortunate thing is, we all remember, unfortunately, the bad in life. And I'm going to have to search my brain for the good customers, the ones, and there are lots and lots. I think the big problem is we've got that many. The bad customers stick out because, quite frankly, we haven't got that many. When I say bad customers, I'm talking about bad inquirers. They're not customers. They'll never be a customer. But the good customers tend to, fade into the background. And I kind of have a saying around here, well, we've let that person down, and we do from time to time. I'd be a liar if I sat here and said any different. And people in my office kind of chunter a bit. Oh, he's on again. He's da 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 da. And I say, well, hang on a minute. He's not the enemy here. He's somebody that's been made a promise, and we've not fulfilled that promise. And we should fulfil that promise, and we should go to the ends of the earth to make sure that that customer is happy. And that I really mean. You can sit and think, oh God, from the other videos and what I've heard, he's a funny boy. Yes, I am a funny bugger. But to allude to what I've already said, I'm straight. I am who I am. That's it. End of story. You're a customer of mine. You'll be looked after. If we let you down, which is rare, in fairness. Don't get me wrong. It's rare. We wouldn't be as big a company as we were. And I don't have a complaints department. You can always kind of tell what sort of a company is when they say, oh, I'll put you through to the complaints department. We don't have one, because whoever it is will be sat in an office, I don't know, twiddling their thumbs and picking their nose all the time, because the complaints we get are few and far between. But in fairness, that isn't to say things don't go wrong at times. And I would be, as I've already said, I would be a liar. And one thing I'm not is a liar, to say nothing ever goes wrong. And it would be an insult to whoever's watching this video for me to say that. I'd be insulting your intelligence. And the last thing in the world I'm going to do is do that. You're not stupid. I well know that. Oh, M's crept back in. I'll kill that now, Ben.